Hey, hello, my friends. Hope everybody is well today. I am Paul Apollonia, and I'm going to show you only 5 things that I've recently sold on eBay. Sold more, but I like to just be selective of what I'm showing you guys. I know in the past I've taken up a lot of time doing this, and I'm trying to keep it shorter for you guys. Again, I'm Paul Apollonia. I've been selling on eBay for, feels like forever, 20-some years. I also run the Raleigh eBay Meetup Group. We meet second Thursday of the month at 3 p.m. I am going to be moving very shortly, and I'm going to be changing that name or maybe adding, we're moving down to Florida at the beginning of August, trying to still get rid of stuff and everything. But I don't know what I'm going to change the name to. I may keep it Raleigh / and then the town we're moving to whatever. But I want to keep it going. I've got a lot of members there. They're totally supporting my move, and they're still going to hang in there. And I really, really appreciate every single member. And while I'm speaking of appreciating people, please like this video. And please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, if you subscribe, hover over that subscribe button and click the all, and you will get all my videos. We have 1,262 subscribers. Thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed. All right, let's get the show on the road. What else do? I have a teachable course out there on parting out dishwashers. A little bit old at this point. I'd be willing to let it go at a real discounted price for you. Still valid information, just, a couple years old. All right, so we got, I do a lot of consignment. Let me tell you what I do. Well, not right now, I'm doing a lot of consignment. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of inventory, so I don't have to pay for it to be moved. But I do consignment. I also get a lot of my items for free. I've made several videos on getting items for free. Just tell all your friends, and even your people aren't your friends, that you sell on eBay, Amazon, whatever you're doing. You're selling used stuff. You're selling retail arbitrage, or you're going into a store, you're buying something and flipping it online, or you're just whatever you're reselling. You're on Facebook, eBay. You'd be amazed at what people give you. And that's what I'm going to miss, is all these connections I have here. But I'm sure I'll have a lot of connections down there, because I know quite a few people already in the area we're moving to. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. This item here. Oh, let me. You don't need to see my ugly mug that big. Here's an item. I made a video on this a while back. Parts inside of parts. I had a control panel of a microwave that, again, a member of my meetup, his son does appliance repair, and I used to go over about once every 6 months and pick up a bunch of appliance parts that he never used, new old stock parts, parts that the manufacturer ordered, and then they decided, just replace the item, the appliance, and you can keep the part. So that's where this story is. Control panel, your numbers and everything else, and your on-offs and your defrost things, wasn't selling at all. I looked, there were no solds at all. It was an outdated model. But I looked deeper and I went, wait, there's a board in there. And then I went, what's that number there? Let me look that number up on eBay, that EBR776591. And bingo, if they're not out there selling. Honestly, I sold the first one, and it got returned because the guy decided not to fix the item. Whatever he paid for shipping, that's fine. Nothing was wrong with the item. It looked exactly the same as I shipped it, but I did sell this one. So there are parts inside of parts. What did I make on this? Probably, let me see, probably $48. Yeah, probably $48. Let me really quick go over what I do for my listings. I keep my titles using eBay's best practices. I try not to use any special characters. What I do is I go out to Google and I Google this, and I try and keep the title the same as what the parts manufacturers have it, or what I'm seeing sell similars. I price it competitively. Probably should charge more, and I do put open box because it was an open box. It was a box was open, never used, whatever. My shipping, I do economy. When I pick economy, now there's all different options now with eBay, but economy or ground or whatever they call it now gives you every option eBay offers. Post office, FedEx, and UPS. If I were to pick post office ground, which used to be first class and whatever, I'd have to really technically stick with whatever carrier I selected. But that's why I picked that. I kind of guesstimate my shipping. Not bragging, but I'm pretty good at guesstimating. What do I do if I'm over? I pay it without a problem. What if I do if I'm under? If it's drastically, like if I was able to ship this out for like $3, I might refund the buyer some money if they ask. But most of the time, I just keep it. My time, packing, shipping, supplies. That's just the way I run my business. You don't have to run it that way. So let's see what else. Item specifics are very important right there. These play a part in when you're searching on your left-hand side of the screen on eBay with size and manufacturer and all this other gobbledygook. Only put specifics, only fill out specifics that pertain to your item. When you're filling out specifics there, and you got the drop-down menu, try and pick one in the drop-down menu. Those have all been searchable, so that's important. You can also add specifics. My description is very brief, very short. Basically, it's a copy and paste of the condition description, which I always try and use if I'm not selling something new, which is right up here, which is right down here. There it is. And that is basically it. So I probably made about $47 after fees and shipping on that one. All right, let's get to the next one here. All pictures are done on my phone. I do a find a sell similar on my phone, and I upload the pictures from my phone, and then I go to my computer and finish it off. I've actually been doing more and more listings right from my phone. Never really did that before. I know I'm kind of behind the scenes on that. This is an item that was from a washer, obviously, that someone gave me, a whole washer and a dryer. I was able to fix the dryer for $49, and I'm using that dryer right now. And the washer, there was some minor thing wrong with it, but I just didn't feel like trying to sell it on Facebook or Craigslist, so I parted it out. This was a hose that goes from the tank down to the bottom. It's hard to explain. Sat out there for a while. It was what they call a long tail sale. Sat out there for a couple of months, but it did sell. How did I pack it? I just rolled it in cardboard and taped up the two ends, and it was fine. Got there no problem. Kind of a hard part to find. The washer was not a great model. There were some issues with it, but it did sell. I sold this off the washer. I sold the lid. It's a top loader for $160, I think. And I sold something else just recently off of this, and I can't remember what it was. So I probably made about $200 off of something that somebody gave me. How I work this is, not to push the course, but all this is in the course, but the course is geared towards dishwashers, but you can use it for parting out anything on the Teachable site. Check the comments below or check the description below. I part them out my garage, and I take the scraps to the dump. I've also driven to the dump and parked in the side parking lot and parted stuff out there and then taken it to the dump. But there is money in this stuff. I have a Craigslist alert on Craigslist for anything that's in the free section, washers, dryers, dishwashers. Years ago, it used to pop up right away, and you were almost guaranteed to get it if you responded really quick. Anymore, it's kind of delayed, but it's still a great way to pick up things. There is money in parts. Just don't, this again is in the course, don't spend a lot of time parting out something. Just watch your time. So this was $44. I don't know exactly what I made off of this. Probably made, I think the shipping was a little more. I think I went out to California, unfortunately. Yes, I should do calculated shipping. I should pack it and weigh it. It just takes up room in inventory, to be honest with you. And I'm really trying to get more into the smalls of inventory because I don't have a lot of room where we're moving to. I don't have that big garage like I have now and a huge attic and everything else. I did pretty good on this. Probably made 40 bucks on it, which was fine. Didn't take me long to part it out. Let's go to the next one. This was an item, a consignment item. If you want to do consignment, if you don't want to do consignment, a great source for your inventory is through home organizers, believe it or not. I've made connections with a bunch of them, and I'll do that again down in Florida because unfortunately people go down there and they pass on or they whatever. So they move on to a senior home or whatever. So there'll be a lot of items down there, I'm sure. But this one I met a while ago. I've done great business with her. She's wonderful. She called me up back in December, the early morning, probably around 8 o'clock. She goes, "You've got to get over to this house today between 10 and 11:30. I'll be there. There is tons of audio equipment here, and it's for the taking." And I was like, whoa. So I skedaddled up there at 10 o'clock, and I got a Panasonic turntable, a gear drive turntable, sold that for $390. Sold a reel-to-reel tape player for another $3. I made a couple $1,000s off of this stuff. It was kind of weird because first she goes, "Well, excuse me, it's for the taking. Don't worry about the percentage cut for the customer." Then all of a sudden there was, "Well, can we get 40%?" I was, that's fine. Whatever. It's usually a 50-50 split. I do 50-50 split no matter what it goes for. I used to have all these breakdowns, these tiers, whatever, to $100. But you know what? I spend a lot of time on anything, and most people don't have a problem with a 50-50 split no matter what the cost is. So this item was in the box. I talked to the gentleman. He's kind of really sick, and unfortunately he has passed on a couple of months ago. But I talked to him back in January, and he said, to the best of his knowledge, everything was working. So I sold this. This was in the box. Came with 3 remotes. Probably the 3 remotes alone are probably worth $100. They all work. Let me show you what I did with the remotes. Do I have a picture of me doing something with the remotes? Oh, no, I don't. But how you test a remote real quick, and I think I've done a video on this before. Geez, I'm messing up here. Sorry, guys. There we go. How you test remotes is you put batteries in them, obviously, and then you take your phone, turn the camera on, face the remote up like this so you can see the top of the remote, press the remote with your camera on, and you'll see the light on, and that's how you test it. And when I sell a remote, there's money in remotes sometimes. They're a low-end sale most of the time, but there is money in the remotes. The more buttons, the better on the remote. And if it's a name brand, the more buttons, the better on the remote. Just keep an eye for those and test them. Bring batteries with you, whatever you're doing, thrift storing or garage selling, and make sure it works. Test most of the buttons. I try my best to test all the buttons. But that's how you test a remote. And I also show a picture of that light on when I'm selling a remote. What did I make on this? Hang on a second. It was a best offer of, I think, $85. Gosh, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I should have all this information in front of me, but I don't. I think I made probably about $80 off of this. And again, if it was a consignment gig, it would have been a split 50-50. This was a very simple process. I just went to his house, and it was just take what you can out of this room and be gone. A lot of times when you do a consignment, it's kind of like you're a therapist, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. I like working with people, but a lot of times it's attachment issues, sadness because somebody passed on and they're trying to get rid of stuff, sadness because they have to move or whatever. But I enjoy it. Here we got 2 walkie-talkies. I have no idea where I got these from. They were sitting in a box when I was clearing out inventory, and I went, wait a minute, they'll sell. I charged them up with the 1 charger I had, and they seemed to work. I tested a few channels, and everything was fine. Put them up there. I sold them within 2 days. So these things do sell. These are the older models, but they do sell. Where at my part-time job, they still use these every day. So, like I said, they do sell free shipping. I'm not a huge fan. Excuse me. I'm not a huge fan of free shipping, but I do it when I see a lot of the items to sell similars are free shipping, or sometimes I will just knock my price down and charge a nominal fee for shipping. But I don't even know where I got these from. Probably somebody gave them to me. I have no idea. So it was easy money. I think it cost me less than $7 to ship these out because they were so light. I put them in a small box. The guy got them with no problem. I showed all the damage on one that was pretty bad, so they know they're all scratched. I'm very, very clear on my description when there's something. All this information was pulled off of eBay. eBay found the item and it pulled in all this information, which is awesome. The more specifics, the better, and especially eBay specifics, it gets added in there. So what did I make off of this? I probably made about $60 off of that after all said and done. Cost me nothing. Don't even know where I got them from. Last one, guys. Okay, this is an odd one. A old speaker. This speaker has some history. My dad was a musician, actually a professional violinist. Made lots of money back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, and 80s. Played in anything out of Philadelphia. Just any kind of the Philly sound he did, and he had this speaker box that he had in his music room for some reason. I carried it from move to move, and decided in this move I ain't taking it anywhere. So I took the speaker out just to see what I could sell it for. I had it for $65, and which I love, and I need to do this more, to be honest with you. Someone on eBay messaged me back and said, I don't think you're going to get $65 for that speaker because the cone is cracked. See, I even took pictures of the cracked cone and everything. I would price it lower than that. And that's what I did. And I took a best offer of $27. No, $24.99 is what I got. Now, I could have sold it for more. They were going for more damage. But, at this point, I'm just trying to get rid of inventory. So don't be afraid to tell other sellers, hey, you know what? You might be able to, I don't know if you're going to sell that nicely, or you should charge more for that, because I've had that happen too. People contact, they message me on an item and they go, I would charge more for that item. It's worth a lot more than that. And I up the price and I thank them very much. And I say, hey, if you want it, make an offer. And sometimes they do. And I even give it to them at the price that I listed it for, because they were so nice to take the time to tell me. But sold it for $25, $14.99. I did make a little money on shipping, probably about $4. Did okay with that. Like I said, it sat around. I carried it around for 30 years. Well, my friends, that is about it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Happy selling and reselling. And I will update you as my our move progresses, which is going to happen very soon. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Steve with Raiken Profits. I'm here with Paul, and I just want to shoot a quick testimonial for him because he's been one of my good friends for over, 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
And if you're looking to learn about selling on eBay and you want to start a side hustle, or you just want to make some money flipping stuff on eBay, you're in great hands. Paul's been doing this for a long time. He's helped a ton of people, and I put my full faith and trust in him. So, Paul, I appreciate you.
You bet. Thank you so much.
You got it.